Imagine what would happen in your life if there was a tool that you could use where anything you thought of and seriously believed you could have would actually happen for you. What would the quality of your life be like if that were the case? Hi, I'm Vaughan. If you can see it in your mind, you could hold it in your hand. The power of visualization is absolutely the tool to take the fantasies that you have about your life, the potentiality of what you could be, the future opportunity that you know that you're seeking, but maybe you're a little bit too scared to claim. Visualization is the tool to make that turn into the physical reality. Now, before you dismiss this idea, let's pay attention to a couple of observations in the world. Everything around you was nothing but a single idea at one point. The camera or computer that you're on right now, the camera that's in front of me, the video that you're watching, the social media platform that this may be on, the clothes you wear were nothing more than a dream or a fantasy in someone's mind at one point. Someone got really bored of not driving around in a car, and then boom, the car was done. It was built, right? That is the power of an idea. That is the power of a dream. That is a visualization manifested, and we're all doing it all the time. The question is, how do you see your life? Do you walk around as a feebling ailment of grievances and negative bah humbugginess? Is that how you see life? And by doing that, have you ever noticed that you seem to attract people like that as well? Well, there's a reason. It's because what you visualize is what you get. What about the opposite of that? Do you see life as abundant, as joyous, even in the suffering or the pain of it? You see it as something worthwhile pursuing, that it's good to have something to go for because otherwise anything happens to you, and everything does. Which way do you fall? Because whatever lens you look through life at, that determines what you see. Now, imagine for a moment there's a screen on your mind like a cinema. Well, that is what you're projecting images onto, except that's what we refer to as external imagery. It's one of the least powerful ways to visualize. So if you're sitting in a movie theater, putting images on the screen of your mind, and you're seeing yourself operate your life as if you're watching a movie, that is not powerful. What you want to do is something called internal imagery. It's super powerful. You combine internal imagery with mental imagery. So if we look at the two of these, internal imagery is essentially you in first person perspective, like literally through your eyes. You see yourself doing the task. It's more powerful to see yourself seeing the goal, the vision, the dream you have, and being in that experience. But for a moment, if you can imagine through your own eyes and your own perspective, you doing the task at hand, the goal, whatever the dream is. Now, if you attach what I referred to before as mental imagery, which is your quasi senses, your quasi perceptions, which your quasi senses being the voices you hear, the dreams you have, the smells that are around. The quasi perceptions are these where if I said to you, imagine the feel of wood on your fingertips. Or what would the feel of velvet be on your skin right now? Or do you smell burnt toast? That's a quasi-perception. Now, if you blend the two together, it's superpower, right? It's super powerful. What ends up happening is through your own perspective, you start to see and be of the goal or the dream that you're manifesting right now. What does this mean? Well, you start to play out the experience of you in your goal. You start to attach to it the sounds, the smells, the temperatures, the colors, the tastes that are present. Most importantly, you attach super powerful emotions to it. And by doing this, you actually create powerful emotions too. Make sure they're in the positive, see yourself in the positive light having those things. Notice the people around you. What are they saying? What do you hear as a consequence of being there? Notice it in the future, but being in the present right now. The stronger you build that visualization, the realer it becomes. The realer it becomes, you're going to start to feel a different way. And that's because we know science shows us and research shows us since the 1930s, the psychoneuromuscular link. What you think manifests in the feeling. There's an actual physiological change that takes place if you engage in the right thinking, or even in the wrong thinking. You know, that's where a lot of dis-ease comes from. It's a body not at ease. The point being, see it in your mind's eye, you can hold it in your hand. That's the power of visualization. So the question is, what are you visualizing? How do you see the world? Do you see it in the abundant, beautiful light it can be? Because when you see the world as it could be, that vision is power. That vision is hope. That vision is your future. Now, if you're not building that image and strengthening it daily, you're going to be either hired to build someone else's, or you're just going to be going through life without any particular aim, without any particular direction, and you're going to be pulled all over the place, and that will cause disintegration within you, which is a misalignment of your potential. When that happens, there's no fulfillment. It's hard to find joy. It's hard to extrapolate the awesomeness from life. I don't want that for you. I want you to have beauty. I want you to have abundance. It's your birthright. And I want you to live in joy, because joy means it's super powerful beyond happiness, because happiness is weak and dull and it's a fleeting state. We don't want that. We want joy, meaning that no matter what's going on, no matter what you're facing right now, no matter what challenges are present in front of you, that you can conquer them and you can be joyful in the process of the struggle. This is Vaughan. Remember to love visualizing your life, because you only get one. And if you do it right, once is probably enough. Thank you very much.